Thank you Ubisoft for granting me a key to this game. Hello pirates! In today's video I'll be showing you my best in slot build for the Brigantine. I am using this ship most of the time because of its speed and the damage it makes. I can imagine the Snow might be the best ship for PvP in a couple of days when certain circumstances are met, but I will get to this later in the video. I was using an asymmetrical build like shown in my video about the Padewakang, but with the Brigantine I switched back to loadout symmetry and I am very happy with this setup. If you haven't seen it, you can find a direct link at the end of this video. First, I will take you through quick naval battles, demonstrating how to swiftly annihilate enemy ships using a variety of weapons. Stay tuned for more tips and strategies on mastering the brig and dominating the high seas. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things pirate related. Let's set sail for victory. In this scene you can see me fighting a tank ship from the La Peste fleet. Those ships are very spongy and it takes a lot of shots to sink them. I try to maneuver my ship in a position where I can quickly switch between the front ballista and the bombards on the side. To make this work, I have to set sails on half because my ship is much faster than the encounter. During the fight I am shooting the muskets to get some self-heal from my armor. Now I set the sails back to full to get closer to the enemy. Shooting with the ballista and bombard across the dotted line allows an increased fire rate and creates high DPS. Here I see the enemy's guns getting ready for a shot and I immediately slow down and turn to the right to get behind the ship. Again engaging with the ballista and a quick shot with the bombard followed by a self-heal with the crew attack leaves me nearly undamaged while the encounter is close to the bottom of the ocean. The ballista is also very good to shoot the sails to slow the ship, but aiming for the hull makes more damage. You have to get used to the crosshair of the bombard cannon, and I will get to this topic soon. Once you have mastered it, you will have the highest DPS for different kind of targets. With my specific cannons, it is important to hit every shot, since their fire is synchronized. We will get to the loadout sometime later in this video. Now I will tell you about the aiming with the bombard. You will need some practice, but afterwards you will hit the ship's deck of your enemies in every range the cannon allows. Since most fights happen within 200 to 500 meters, you must master this range blindfolded. Here you can see the crosshair of the bombard. This gun shoots indirect in an arc, like a mortar or artillery. That is why the crosshair has this long vertical appearance. Align the top T-shape with your target if you are shooting point blank. Use the middle of the crosshair if the target is about 150 meters away. The first of the lower markers is for 300 meters. Since the ship on the horizon is around 450 meters away, I aim below this mark to land my grenades in close vicinity. I was shooting with the mortar first, which grenades fly in a high trajectory to hit with their splash damage from above. Because of the explosion area of effect damage, a close miss is also a direct hit. Another short battle where we don't take much damage while sinking an enemy warship to round up my naval battle axe curse for this specific build. Here you can see the encounter at 340 meters away, and I open the fight with the ballista. I am taking 3 shots and let the ship sail into the shooting area of the bombards to hit my first broadside. Again playing with my sail trimming to be in the best possible position for my next shot. Let's move over to the best part of this video, the build itself. As you may already know, the Brig is the fastest ship in the game, and I want to show you the stats now. This hull breaker with high DPS is perfectly suited for fast action and supports an aggressive playstyle. You can make use of the Bullhorn perk and apply the flooded effect when ramming your enemy while increasing your damage. You also reduce the torn sail effect dramatically. Now let's head over to the guns. As mentioned before, I am using a much more homogeneous loadout now, but it contains the best weapons of the game. I think the meta today is a bit too narrow, and I hope this season will bring some variety. I will talk about this a bit later. My main weapon is the Dardanelles gun, and you can see the stats here. The damage of around 4k adds up if all grenades hit the target to 16k, but the range is limited to 550 meters. If you are not on point with your shot because of the rough sea, you can consider a miss within 40 meters a hit because of the explosion perk. The projectile speed of 135 meters per second is quite slow, but considering the damage you will have to anticipate your shots a little bit more than with other cannons. As for my auxiliary weapon, I am using the Leopard 3 mortar. This gun is used to engage in a fight and does around 15k damage, where the blast radius is 50 meters. The flooding and blast perks are great for PvP and PvE alike. The range is limited to 600 meters, and this is where my gap closer gun comes into play. The twin winch ballista is the sniper gun of the game. The gun shoots fast arrows, while there is only minimal bullet drop. You can engage enemies over 1300 meters and slow them down easily with hits to the sails to get in range with your bombards. The double draw takes some time to load up, but makes a staggering 600% increase in damage. The damage of around 4.3k will go up to 25,800 with this perk. The insane weak point damage of 225% make this beast of a gun the best in slot for long and mid-range fights, mounted on the nose of your ship. Now let me show you my furniture loadout. I am playing with the scrapper station for the 8000 hull restoration after a crew attack. The lightened mast for increased acceleration when fighting enemies or forts with mortars. Next we have the sterile galley for increased maximum stamina. The bombard works for more damage with my main guns. And finally, the rum pantry for increased stamina recovery. For my hull, I'm still using the Royal Custodian. It gives you Fortify when using a repair kit and increases your armor by 35%. This hull is just temporary and can be replaced by the Black Prince, which gives you damage reduction.
Here, that was quick. You must enjoy my surly company then.
But actually, I'm waiting for the Ouroboros since the beginning of the game a couple of weeks ago. This hull will be the best in slot for different reasons. Check out the stats yourself and tell me in the comments what you consider best in slot for your playstyle. I am looking forward to your ideas and would be happy if we had a constructive discussion together like we had in the comments of the last video. I wanted to get back to some topics to round up my guide for today. In the beginning, I was talking about the snow maybe getting the meta for PvP in the next days. The game now gives you a speed debuff when starting a PvP quest. Other ships in the challenge might be faster than you. I can imagine to test the snow for this purpose again and maybe testing a different set of furniture and guns. The brand new Carronade gun looks very promising, and maybe we can work out the new meta for PvP together. I will try to get my hands on the items in the next days and would be happy to share the outcome with you. Thank you for watching this video, and I will be happy if you show me your feedback by likes and comments.